Want to know something? Are you crocheting the best mittens you could possibly crochet? Are you staring at the window at a ladybug? Or are you annoying your family with random theories about fun fanfics that you found online? Well, you're probably in the right place. This is not enough questions. If you end up liking what you hear, tell a friend or leave a review.
Hey everyone, Julian here. This is a post-edit recording. I'm just here to let you know that this episode with Bobbi was recorded prior to the Bondi shooting that happened in Australia. Just letting you know that this was recorded before that awful accident happened. That's all. Hey, real quick, before you continue, please know this episode contained more adult content and language than other episodes. If you prefer to have a less explicit episode, please check out any other Few episode that does not have this warning. With that said, carry on. Welcome back, questionnaires. You know the voice. My name today is Mr. Nobody. Here with me is Bobbi.
You ain't nobody.
I know, but I just like to say, no. When someone says nobody's listening, you have a guy for it. Nobody's listening.
Oh, very funny.
Yes, but like I said, it's been a while since I actually recorded an episode. I am actually so thrilled to have you be on this show, Bobbi. I'm not even going to ask you to tell you about yourself because I'm pretty sure we're going to get into that throughout the episode. But I do want to know, how was your last 7-ish days?
How was what? I missed that.
Your last 7-ish days. Like, how was your last week?
Fabulous. Julian, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Oh my God. Yeah. I am the happiest I've ever been. Really, really, I'm just loving my life. And I used to say that I was an unhappy person. That was a constant conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a happy person. And now it's like flipped on its head and I am just like over the moon happy all the time. And that's not because of an income.
It's the morning vodka, I remember.
And it's not because, I've got a ton of money or anything like that. And it's not because I have intimate relationships and things, but these things are all changing and I'm just been doing so much work on me and finding myself and my own authenticity and my truth and building the trust in myself, building my business, building, working on me and discovering that I've got this. I'm good enough. I can trust myself and I don't live in fear. I used to spend my life living in fear and I'm not anymore. And I think really that's one of the biggest lessons that I've had. Like I'm 66 now and I've been around a few blocks and I've had some experience and everything. But like I'm at an age where people are like retiring and that's it, hanging up their clogs kind of thing. And I'm not. I'm just beginning. I have, like, my body might be a little older than it's been for a while, but I am so younger in my attitude, in my energy, in my behavior. And like people think that I look like I'm 47 until they see my behavior and then they think, this chick, she's 19, like, grow up, girl.
No, never that. I tell people all the time, I'm a kid at heart. All the time, that's not going to change. And I'm so glad you're having a wonderful week and life, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, I am. But it's my creation. It's not given to me, not happened for me. I didn't win the lottery or anything like that. But I just keep doing the work on me, showing up. Oh, I've been playing pickleball. And I'm one of those rare statistics of someone over 50 who hasn't injured themselves yet playing pickleball.
Really?
There's still a lot of injuries apparently because because
Huh.
everyone thinks they're a kid again.
Well, I hope you keep your long streak of not being injured while playing pickleball for sure.
Me too. Thank you very much.
But for me, my week, it it's actually this has been one of my calmer weeks, which is quite rare for me because there's always something going on in my life in some form or fashion. And because Thanksgiving was 2 weeks ago, I can't even remember. But was doing Thanksgiving with my family, and me and my brother what do we do? I teach him how to. I teach him boxing sometimes, right? Every time I go home. Yes. And so I'm telling him to protect his face. Mind you, I tell him, like, I'm not an instructor. I haven't done it in several years now. So I'm like, protect your face, giving him a body shot. So I'm trying to explain. It's like, oh, how to protect like a hook or sometimes you use your elbow by bringing your arm down. I'm like, and I told him, do what comes natural. Because I'm thinking I'm explaining, if I bring my hand up from the hook to his face, while I'm in this motion, he punches me square in my face. What? And I'm like, and I just die laughing because I'm like, this is comedy gold. I wish someone recorded this because I'm like, I guess I did ask for, I asked for that one. But that was just one thing. I watched Wicked for Good with my family for as well. Not really a musical person, but I think it's a good movie. And then I got some new boots for work because can actually say I'm a firefighter now.
Oh,
Yeah, so I got some new boots and I'm squeaking. I'm squeaking all over
squeaking.
the squeaking like because they're all leather, and so they're like hard leather, I guess, and every step I take it's squeak 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 squeak, like they are calling me squeakers right now. But
Do you remember perhaps there used to be an old saying, and I'm pretty sure that most people have not heard of this, but a squeaky shoe is one that's not been paid for yet. So you keep squeaking until you pay for them.
that I like that saying. Oh, I promise you I paid for them. I saw the amount come out my out my out my account.
Right.
But no, I like that saying.
Maybe you need to pay for them in a different way, like through wearing them or something.
No, I'm trying. I am
So,
actively trying.
so you're a firefighter.
Yes. So I'm actually a civil engineer, but the firefighting is like a part-time job within my job.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't done any firefighting or anything. It's only forest fires is what I'm dealing with. So nothing with buildings or structures of any kind. It's just natural fires.
Well, here's something you won't know about me. I used to be a firefighter too.
I did know about that one. I did read
you
your
did
bio.
know that. Oh, did I
It's
say
in there
that?
just a little bit.
I was in Adelaide in Australia. So FYI, I'm in Queensland, Australia at the moment, and it's summer and it's beautiful and the beach is just out there and the river's just out there. So maybe that's partly why I'm happy. But I used to be in a country fire service in Adelaide in South Australia. And,
Oh, really? That's
I was
really
a bush
nice.
firefighter for over 10 years. And in that time, there was some pretty major fires that I attended. And some of them were really quite emotional kinds of things. But mostly it was service to the community. That was my environment and that's how I served, and I'm really proud of that. And it was an important time of my life, and I really feel like in life, certainly me, I want to be saying yes to stuff. I want to try stuff. I want to try as much as I can. I want to have those experiences because you can't buy that experience. Like I was in the army for 3 years, and I did stuff in the army that never do anywhere else, and all kinds of other stuff that I've done in my life. And so, yeah, firefighting. Yeah.
Firefighter type 2. And thank you for all the work you have done just to help out the community.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm not sure everyone's ever said that to me before, but
Really?
and thank you too.
Of course. And then I guess before I take up too much of your time, there is a question that you did bring up. Do you remember the question?
I do.
You do. Can you share with us? Can you share with the questionnaires?
The question is, if you were an inanimate object, what would you choose to be?
Yes, and I heard when you said this question, I'm like, I would never would have thought about that. So I would love to hear, what object would you be? What inanimate object would you be?
Have you thought of an answer?
I haven't. So I usually go into these things blind. Like I don't think of these questions until I'm in the moment. I have thought of the question just momentarily, but I want to see what you say first, just to see.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
I have an answer.
All right. If I were an inanimate object, I would choose to be, drum roll, the sun.
The sun.
The sun.
That's okay. See, now I was thinking too small scale. Why the sun?
Because of energy, because of life, because it brings all of our life is dependent on the sun. All of our solar system is dependent on the sun. The way that our solar system orbits our galaxy, it's because of the mass of the sun, because it's always there in the sky. It's been there for, 5 billion years, and it'll be there for another 5 billion or something, and then that's that. But I just thought, like this power, these, like, in my life, these are words that really resonate with me now because of who I've created in myself. I feel so powerful. I feel so strong. I feel like I am here to lead. And this is why the sun just resonates with me. It's just like, how, sure, there are bigger stars out there and everything, but it's big enough for me. I don't need to be a bigger sun than the sun. But
that's wow. Yeah, no, that's nowhere in my mind did I think you were going to say the sun as an answer. I love that answer. You get to be part of the constellation to someone. Yeah. That's great.
What did you think? What kinds of thoughts went through your mind?
So I was thinking, like, when you say item or inanimate object, I'm thinking small scale item like a phone, TV, book bag, things of that nature. Something on such a small scale. Definitely on a small scale compared to the sun. But I was just thinking of more just everyday items. So I wasn't even thinking about intergalactic items. It's because for me, if I had to choose one item I could be, now that we're expanding, you've expanded my mind just a little bit. Do we count cartoons? Could I just be a cartoon? Does that count as an inanimate object?
Julian, you can be what the hell you like.
Yes, then if I have rules. That is true. So yeah, no, my inanimate object would be a cartoon, because I think about it like this: as a cartoon, I'm essentially immortal in the sense of people can rewatch me, they can redraw me, they can make me into whatever form they want me to be in, so I can give whatever lesson I have the way they want to share it.
Oh, that's amazing. I suppose my sun is not going to exist forever, but the elements of it will.
Yeah, oh,
You
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
the atoms and whatnot. You know,
The
so
what is it? Helium, hydrogen, the
yeah,
mm-hmm. But no,
yeah.
that's definitely mine. Wow. Again, I was thinking so small scale. I was thinking one question I had was if you lost an item, ever lost an item or gave up an item, is there something that you would want something you would want to get back?
Oh, I was going to say my virginity, but
You want to take that? Actually, I think I said the same thing to a friend before.
But the
But
funny thing is, Julian, but I'm a trans woman, and
mm-hmm.
I transitioned 6 years ago or so,
Okay.
and I have had like a whole lot of surgery,
Mm.
in that time, and technically I am actually. so in actual fact, I have,
Okay.
so this is like such a bizarre concept to
Mm.
be like a virgin all over again, like
That's
and
interesting.
I was going to call my book The Accidental Lesbian, so so these things, this is my world, it's like I couldn't, it just, like, yeah, I'm trans, and I would rather not have been, to be honest, and
Mm.
but they were the cards I've dealt with, and my choice is to actually be alive and to live the best life I can with what I have, and this is what I have. So let's
Mm.
crack on with it and not like get all depressed and
Mm.
sad about things. But like, having said that, there is such a lot of funny stuff. Like if you look at it that way, you're like, oh my god, and and let me tell you something. Like, I spend all my time with women. Women
Mm.
are my life, my world, and everything. And actually, like, learning over the years, I've become more and more socialized as a
Mm.
woman, and understanding the perspective, and my God, I've got this guy in my life. He's just popped up in Facebook.
Mm.
And I sort of connected with him, and he just moved from Melbourne, which is like,
Oh,
I don't
I've
know,
heard of that one.
13 hours, 14, 15 hours south of here,
Okay.
sort of thing,
Okay.
and up to just up the road, and I don't know, he seems to have this idea that we are a thing, him and me, sort of thing, and it just like. And like, just seeing it from my side now, how this man is behaving towards me, because maybe that was me. I thought, fuck, like, and he said to me, he messaged me last night, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Me, gym, work, bed. That's it. Gym, work, bed." And then he replied with this whole essay about, oh, I'm 6'5" and I'm long and lean and I go to the gym and I do squats and bench presses and push-ups and blah, 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 and da, da, da. And I think, what? This is so, like, uncalled for. like not aware of boundaries and things. And it's like getting a bit stalky. And I don't really like it. So I don't
Cut
know.
him off.
This is like a new part of life
Mm.
that I'd not really been privy to before. Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
let's talk about something. Let's talk about something more fun.
More fun. Well, if you since I will think to answer going back to my question, what item I think I would want. There was what was it? It was funny enough. This as as a child, I was my own miniature business person, making all types of deals with like I would trade games with friends and everything. Mind you, I didn't pay for it and I never got the game back. But there's actually I can think of two things. There was a toy because I'm also a generous person, and I had if you know the show Ben 10 by any chance, have you heard of it?
Yes, I've heard of it. It's
Mhm.
not been my world, but yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so as long as you heard of it. So I've had this Ben 10, like the actual watch, the like giant Omnitrix, as a toy. And I think it had a couple games on it and everything. And I was in the 5th grade, and they was like, "Oh, we're doing a toy drive." And so I think it was one of my 2 favorite toys, I guess, that I own, and I just gave it away, and I'm like, I'm I hope that went to a decent person or something, because I'm like, I would love to at least have that on right now, just being on the back wall. Is like, is that, and just someone's like, is that the Omnitrix you have on your wall? Just something, just little things like that. And then I also had this stuffed animal. It was, I think, a fox, but I called it Tails because like it was the same color and shade as Tails from Sonic. Yeah, so and I don't even remember why I gave that away, but that's just something else. Those are like my 2 things for sure.
And
that
you'd
I
like
would,
them back, would you?
yeah, I would love to have them back. Because I gave them away just due to out of kindness, not even thinking about, oh, I might actually miss these in the future.
Something comes to mind for me. When I was small, I used to like playing cricket. And I had this cricket bat and was playing with a bunch of grown-ups, like men sort of thing, and one of them broke my bat, and my dad tried to fix it with string and glue and stuff like that and everything, but that was my bat, and it was broken, and it was always broken, and I never had a replacement, and even to this day I have this little regret around that kind of thing, so not, I don't know if I have it anymore, to be honest, but that was a sadness, I think, that but like and as children we don't have the maturity to disassociate from the emotion around it, the meaning around it,
Yeah.
So as a grown up now, I can say, yeah, that happened, but I don't have to let it break me. I don't have to carry that burden anymore. But
Yeah.
As a child, it was disappointing.
Yeah. Did you say the adults broke your bat, or you broke your bat? I just want to make sure.
A grown up.
Adult, a grown up. Why did they break your bat? Were you just that good?
No, well, they were batting with my bat and hit the ball too hard, and the bat came to pieces, and and that was that.
Okay, got it. Because I'm trying to figure. I'm like, did you? I was just trying to, in my mind, like, what would cause an adult to break it?
No, hitting the ball.
Okay, yeah, I thought they just took it and just like snapped it or something. Like,
No.
Okay, I was like, why are you around just these vicious adults for no reason? That's where my mind was going. But no, it was just in use.
Just playing a game, yeah.
Okay, got you. But you were saying about having children don't have the attachment to memory. Is that right? Am I saying that correctly?
Like as a child having them, or even as a grown up having the memory of things that happened in my life, and how as a grown up now I can have the emotional capacity to disassociate the meaning of it. Like we can choose to carry stuff with us our whole lives, those stories of our lives. This happened to me. I've done so much work here, but my dad was an alcoholic, for example, and I grew up in a certain kind of household, and like we used to have the police coming and stuff like that, and I could let that and
affect
have until now, really, or like my dad, I think I hated my dad for 40 years, and now I just don't have room for that anymore. There's no, like what they say about taking poison and hoping it will kill someone else. You know, it's like holding these emotions and hoping someone else gets, you know,
Yeah.
hurt,
Hmm.
gets, you know. But yeah, that's what I mean by that. You know, like the
Oh.
broken bat. Like I can choose. Okay, it happened. It broke it. I was sad about it. Now I
Mm.
don't have to be. Mm,
I think
yeah.
I'm on the opposite. Like I'm there. I have that mindset as well, but I'm kind of see things on the other aspect of things too. And I say this to say, for like, I value my things that I get for free way more than things that I pay for, because let's say, for whatever reason you decided to give me a book bag, like
Mhm.
the too small for me, not my style or anything. I would cherish that for as long as I possibly could, because I know any the odds the circumstances for me to get anything for free more
Mhm.
than likely won't happen again, because
Mhm.
if I'm just like a phone, like I can go out buy a phone and it breaks. I'm like, all right, I can buy a new one. But when it comes to things that are free, I'm like,
Mhm.
this
Gifts.
this is it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
getting this again. There's no
Yeah.
replacing this.
Yeah.
So you have a question?
So is this your Christmas list?
Not my Christmas list. My Christmas list is eyeballs thing, but no, that's just things. But no, so funny enough that you mentioned this is because it actually ties into. So one of my graduation gifts when I was going to college, someone gifted me like a suitcase set. Um, and I still have it to this day. It's in my closet. And one year when I was my dad was like my family was helping me move into my new apartment. And while my dad's bringing it up the stairs, it breaks. Um, like he didn't do anything out of the ordinary, out of malice or anything. It just broke. But because he was just holding it, I attached it to him breaking it, and
Mm.
I was upset that it broke, not so much at him, but I'm like, why are you breaking my stuff? Like, I'm not getting this back. I'm not gonna, like, this was a gift. Like, please don't break it. So I was a little bit how do I want to say it? Strict when it comes to like just dealing with it. But no, that was definitely something that I did was and I'm re- realize it. I'm like, okay, you didn't break it. It was just wear and tear. You didn't do it. Uh, Things happen. Let me let it go. So that's
Mm.
why I say I'm on the opposite side of just that mindset of not. I guess either opposite or what was it, two heads of the same coin? Like I see it
Mm.
from a slightly different perspective.
Yeah, that's a really refreshing attitude, you know, because so many people don't really value what they get for free, you know. So,
Mm,
you know, you get gifted a course in something like I got gifted something recently. It was a pay it forward thing, and someone paid some money for me to. It was a course about joy, about bringing
mm,
joy into your life and into your day, and you know, like kinds of behaviors and habits and you know beliefs around finding joy. You know, so it was given to me. You know, I was very careful that I was, you know, I attended it and did the work for it and thanked the people for it and everything, you know. But
mm.
it wasn't something I would have signed up for or paid for myself. But you know, it was a gift. Yeah. So, but you know, we get free stuff all the time, don't we?
Mm.
We live in such a beautiful, abundant world with so much, you know, and in our societies, you know, like I don't know what it's like over there where you are, but we have in Australia like public libraries, for example, and there's no cost. You can go
Mhm.
in and you can read books and borrow books and you know hang out and use the Wi-Fi and print and all kinds of stuff like that. Real
Yeah.
community, and it's like such a gift, you know, and the tradition, you know, goes back to I guess, Victorian England, the tradition of someone, and it's now our councils, bequesting this resource to the community. And one other delight that we have in Australia is in our public parks. They very frequently have barbecues, and you press a button and it fires it up, and you have free barbecues. So they're all around the place.
Huh.
And you can take your, bag of sausages and chops and, onions or hamburgers or something and have a picnic in the park.
Yeah.
And like, you've got to clean it after and stuff. But I think what a joy to live in a world where you've got push button barbecues. What a gift.
No. Because I'm like, I'm thinking about the public parks that I here just in this just in the country, the ones I've seen, is there's never been a push to button. Like, to my knowledge, you always have to bring whatever materials you have, like whatever charcoal or whatever. But it's still nice to have at least the ability to use the grill.
I suppose it eventuated because, obviously we have fire risks, people are bringing their charcoal and, portable barbecues, increases the risk of that.
Yeah, no, that is true. So I wonder if they were ever going to phase that out completely. But funny enough, you made me think of another thing about just this idea of free, is that I've heard that as a society, people don't value free, and they will actually tend to, if there's a price behind it, they will value that more because there's a price behind it, even if it's like the same item. But they was like, this is worthless because it's free. Why would you be why would you give anything out that's worth something for free? So I've always found that a very interesting mindset.
So in marketing, so in coaching, for example, if I offered my services to you as a coach and I undervalued, then you think, oh, she can't be very good. So I could, let's say I was going to charge you, I don't know, $1,000 or something like that. Then, and let's say I was only going to charge you $100 because you're Mr. Nobody and a nice guy, and you need all the help you can get, kind of thing. But then I would justify in some way, but why? So in your mind you would feel it's $1,000, but you actually only paid up $250 or something for a reason that we came up with. But I want you to feel like this is the thing in coaching: it's skin in the game. Skin in the game. When you invested in your own self and your own outcome, and you've actually made a monetary commitment which might actually hurt you and stretch you and feel like, oh my God, this is so much money, and I'm going to not be able to eat for a month or pay the rent or anything. That kind of energy that really drives you to do the thing, that's not, I've got it for free energy. But we have talking about free, we have beaches here, and we have the surf lifesavers, and these are people who volunteer their time. It's a charitable organisation, and they collect money because they've got costs and stuff. But the people do it for free, and I can go down the beach now and swim safely,
which is still great.
Oh, it's just awesome, community service.
I'm laughing only because of the firefighting aspect that's still running in my head, like how you were a firefighter, and this is I'm not sure if you did it for free or not, but still, it's just a service just trying to look out for other people.
Yeah, I was a volunteer, I between the ages of 17 and 27 when I went overseas, and we had an old World War II air raid siren on the top of the council building.
Yeah.
You know how they go, ooh, I'm not going to make the noise. and the whole district would know that there was a call out, and so it was like very, there was awareness of actually we live in a place where there is some risk or a considerable risk, and then all of these, I'd jump in the car and go tearing over there and jump into the fire truck and go and put something out, and at some risk and some cost and everything, but I'm ever so glad I did it.
Just to get back to the question, you did bring up Christmas, so I'm curious. What is your top item on your Christmas list?
My top item, because I live alone, and there's no Christmas tree, there's no decorations, there's no nothing here, and my top item is a day with friends, actually, and to feel included and to contribute to that day together, because I do love the joy of Christmas, and it's kind of bizarre. Like here I am in Australia in the Southern Hemisphere, so Christmas is not reindeers and snow and like chopping down the tree and
cold weather,
decorating. yeah. But we still have that tradition, all the Christmas cards. They still have snow and reindeers and elves and Father Christmas, and he was wearing clothes that are so not appropriate for the climate, like his big red suit or whatever, like. And yet we still have this tradition, like it's kind of, I suppose it's very British, because this is the origin of Australia, and we still have like your roast dinner and all the veggies, probably like your Thanksgiving, I guess,
yeah.
Like we don't, not so much turkey, I suppose, but and then puddings, like Christmas puddings and plum puddings and Christmas cake, all sorts of things that are not really climate appropriate, but still they are
for the holiday.
Yeah, and still, certainly me. I love the carols. I love the peace of this time of year. That sense of, the pulse of life, and we've come around to Christmas again, and let's celebrate, and let's all spend way too much money on stuff we don't need. But I think
true.
Also, to answer your question, I'd quite one of those little salt lamps. Salt lamps. Yeah, it's a lamp made of a block of salt, and it's got a light inside, and it glows in this.
Okay, I think I have seen these.
Yeah, kind of a spiritual sort of energetic thing, quite like one of those, but I don't really need stuff.
I like your first answer of being with family. That, I think that's a really great answer for if you can really. I can't wrap that one in a gift, but I think some of the best gifts can't be wrapped for sure.
And like they're not my family, but they are my family. Like I have my ex and 3 children, and I haven't seen them for 6 years, and I never hear from them. So they, I don't know if they'll come back into my life at some point, but at this point, no. And my family are my beautiful friends, who I adore. I have a sister in Alice Springs, which is like 3 days drive away. And so it's a bit of a hike, but that's in Alice Springs, right in the middle of Australia, and I love it to bits. But the place that she lives, oh my God, it's like full of crap. It's so dirty, it's in the desert, in a town, but it's in the desert, and there's no grass where she lives, and it's all red dirt, and it all gets tracked through the house, and there are, I don't even want to talk about the cockroaches. But, there are those, and so, but she has the heart of gold, and is a beautiful person. But she's like either a flight away or 3-day drive or something, so.
No,
Yeah.
I get that because my friend Joseph, he's doing a bonfire actually this up next weekend. And I've only gone to one, but he does it roughly every year, give or take. And I'm trying so hard just to go. He's in Jacksonville, Florida, so he's a 6-hour drive from me. And uh 6-hour drive, a trains would take 2 days for me to get to him. A plane is $500. I'm like, I just can't spend I can't well, I shouldn't spend the $500. The 2-day train just isn't an option. I can drive, but I'm like, that's just so much driving back and forth because I will be going back, going there just to see him, coming back just to come back another week. And I'm like, I'm trying to think of every way just to get to his bonfire, just to spend time with him. Like, even though I just saw him a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I will easily make this drive just to see him because he's one of my closest friends for sure.
Yeah. What does your gut tell you?
My gut's telling me I should go because, again, kind of going back to the free, is like how this isn't always going to be the case where I'm able to go. So if I'm able to go. But my logical brain is telling me, don't do this. There will be other times. Like, you don't have to go. But I am actively trying to go. And I think the deciding factor for me will be these upcoming weeks just to see what shapes up and how I really feel. Because, yeah.
This has been, like, I'm a speaker. I'm a motivational speaker. And like, I've turned my entire life around in my 60s, and I've changed everything. And in my speaking, one of the things that I really, really want to impress upon people is that life is short and that the opportunities that we have to say yes to stuff are not infinite. And one day there will be no more one days when you're going to go and see your friend and you don't know when that day is going to be. And like, one of my biggest fears is regretting that I didn't do the things, that I didn't go. Not that I did, but that I didn't. And like in terms of this decision, I would urge you to, listen to your own intuition around it, not your head, because your head knows fuck all. But but seriously, listen to your intuition around it, and so just go.
Oh, no,
And and the world is different. Like 6 hours of driving, what an opportunity. Like all the audio books that you could, I don't know, pick up hitchhikers and have a great time and chats with them. Like anyway.
Definitely no hitchhikers, but chances are, even before this, there was a good 70% chance I was still gonna make that drive. The only thing that's stopping me, quote unquote, is the fact that I'd have to again turn right back around just to work because I can't work from home, so I I have to be here. But if work wasn't an issue in any way, shape, or form, this won't even be a question. I'm like, I'm gone. But no, I'm more than likely gonna go, even though it's probably a bad decision. But I'm okay with making some bad decisions.
There are no bad decisions. There are just decisions. Just make decision, and you have no idea how it's going to turn out. Like, life is different. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to quote you at some point in time. I'm going to quote that. But like I said, I have some more backup questions. Oh, I didn't even ask. answer my own question, but I want to. That's why if you see me looking side to side, I'm just reading the back of the questions just a little bit. But I can't even think of what. Well, I guess that if I could do anything, that would probably be my number one. Even though it's a little bit early for Christmas, that would probably be my number one. Being able to just get a flight to see my friend. But any actual tangible item, I don't know. A camera so I look better on screen. I can't even. That's just off the top of my mind. That's not even like my top answer for real. But I do want to ask you, switching your brain just a little bit, and apologize if you hear the
I heard.
sirens. But if you could erase an item from existence, what item would you erase?
Oh my gosh, what a question. What a raise. An item, a thing. I don't know.
Inanimate object. What would you erase?
Oh, I was going for animate. I was going for
Oh no!
cockroaches. Mosquitoes.
That's a good one.
I don't really know the point of mosquitoes, except for feeding frogs and whatnot. So if we didn't have mosquitoes, we wouldn't have frogs. I don't know. Inanimate. Inanimate. Like the things I would probably want to erase would be, like hate. I suppose, and fear, the fear that drives hatred and things like that. And like our people can be so distrustful and hateful of each other, and we're all the same, and we're all beautiful, and we all bleed when cut, love our children, and dream of a better future, and we're all doing the best with what we have, those things. But a thing, I don't know, what about a thing? Maybe there's an asteroid coming towards the Earth or something like that. That would be something I wouldn't be fond of.
Okay.
But I'm just making that up, really. But I don't know. Yeah, you?
For me, this is actually, I thought of the question and I'm like, I don't know what it was, and then I'm like, I know exactly what it was. Guns. Anything more like pistol and above. I would rather get rid of everything that every gun, and I guess cannons too, like everything firearm related, and go back to bows and arrows.
Good. Nuclear weapons. Landmines.
Yep. If I could erase any item, that white, let it be gone. We don't need mass destruction.
No, I have to agree with you on that point, and I guess that's a pathway that is problematic to go down in a conversation like this, because I'm sitting in Australia and it's not an issue.
Yeah, that's largely also true. That's very true.
Yeah, because it was an issue at one time, and then something happened, and then they cleaned it all up, and we just don't have
gun violence
around the place. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that's a very American issue to have a lot of gun violence for sure, but because I'm here, it's on the news quite frequently. So yeah, I would get rid of guns.
And of course, people would say it's not the gun that's the problem; it's the person. Yeah, and I'm not sure that's quite a good enough answer, because it's the person with the gun. If there was no gun, then they wouldn't have the issue.
Yeah. What was the other one? A person with a gun can save another person with a gun. I'm like, but if you remove the guns, there's a common denominator there. But that's my answer, at least.
That's a great answer. I wish I thought of that. Yeah.
I know I've asked for roughly an hour, 30 minutes of your time, or an hour. truly can't remember. I know you said you're kind of on a deadline, so I don't want to just kick you off, but I do want I want to give you the floor. The floor is yours to say anything, share anything. The floor is yours for you.
All right. Well, I record a lot of podcasts nowadays. Like I think I've done about 40 this year, and I don't know, half of them are in America, and I've been like traveling the country from sitting here, and it's been like so interesting and a real joy. And this conversation, like we had a pre-call a few weeks ago, and it was just like laugh a minute kind of thing. It was such a lot of fun. So and I so love how it makes our world closer, safer, helps us understand each other better, and see that we are really all the same. And there's just like a few little cultural bits around the edges, but actually we're all the same. And the challenges that we have are all the same, as human beings, as emotional creatures, and humor. And there are differences in, senses of humor. And, like we get a lot of American TV and stuff over here and have for years and years. But, and there's a difference in humor, like British humor is different to German humor, which is different to yours and ours and everything like that. But I just, I wish I could travel, like as a trans woman and as someone who's quite vocal about stuff. I don't think I'm going to like rock up at an American airport anytime soon, at least for another 3 years, which I think is a great loss for everybody, because we miss out on hearing other people's voices, other people's perspectives. It keeps us all in our bubbles when we exclude people from it.
Yep.
And groupthink, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm Bobbi. I'm Bobbi Barrington, and I'm on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, and the sun is shining, and I'm happy, and I've got my beautiful apartment here now, and I see the river from here, and the beach is down there, and it's so good. Yeah, so I'm a speaker and a coach and a mentor, and if anyone wants to reach out to me, it's bobbibarrington.com, or I'm on socials, and I also have a little offer as well for people who are perhaps getting to a point in life when they've got a bit disillusioned about stuff and thinking, is this all there is? Oh my God, I thought there was more. And like the dream doesn't seem to be happening. Well, I've got a little PDF called How to Feel Alive Again, and the link will be in the show notes, I hope. So that's me. That's my 10 cents worth.
Thank you, Bobbi. Yes, I had to mute myself for the truck, but no, I wasn't going to make sure. I was like, I hope you mention your websites and everything, because if you don't, I will. I was have the consent form and everything. I was like, no, please go check out Bobbi's website. For short.
Yeah, it's all a work in progress. Like I have not arrived, and never will, because I want to know what's next. I want to keep stepping into the discomfort to discover what's possible for me. And like I've been around the world many times. I've lived abroad for a long, long time. And but the most exciting adventure of all is the one in my head. It's the self-discovery. And I thought, oh my God, do I really think that? Where did that belief come from? And questioning it all and creating a new reality.
I love everything about what you have to say. Before you go, I do also do a thing of my own. And like I said, if I didn't say it before, please go check out Bobbi's thing. She's a wonderful person. But I also end with a thing. My thing is always a quote. Just because I'm full of them, and I'm not gonna hide it. I'm going to be reading off my phone because memory isn't the best for me. But the thing is, so the thing comes from Big Bank Mike _ It's an IG account. Hopefully I got all of that right. But the thing is, one day the thing that you like isn't going to be fun in the same way it was before.
Cool.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Exactly. But that is everything. And I like to do a send off by saying, don't forget to ask yourself, ask others, and never stop asking questions.
Absolutely.
If you enjoyed the episode, there are a couple of different ways to support our show. Leaving a review, following us on Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or even becoming a supporter on Patreon for $2 or $5 a month. There, you'll have access to never-before-released visual episodes, funny bloopers, polls, and you can even pose a question. The links can be found in the description. The easiest way to support us is by telling a friend. Thanks for listening.